Hello everyone, welcome to another webinar from Synapse QA. And for today, we are going to be learning more about another interesting topic that is on mastering productivity, covering around the mindset, mindfulness, and impact for engineers. So just a recap of who Synapse QA are. Basically, we are a group of people who always enjoy to learn, share, and grow together. And then a little bit about us. We have been in this industry or the community-driven space since 2020. And then since then, we have been helping lots of testers to build their portfolio online in a way that they can continue sharing their knowledge and then explore different ways of presenting their ideas and continue to innovate. And then we are also a proud partners who have been hosting 6 global events and also supporting panel discussion, hands-on workshop, meetup, parallel learnings, tellers of tales, broadcasts, study notes, so on and so forth. We are also strive to continue empower the community so that whatever innovative ideas that they have in hand, they can bring an impact to the rest of the other testers and people who loves learning new knowledge, right? And as we evolve from year to year, we always carry our values. Basically, we love to be able to always contribute to better testing space and then to inspire testers to always be confident and be able to share their knowledge to a wider community. And also, we want to ensure that everybody is on the same journey with us to make sure that everybody learns together in the same community. And then our vision is to always become the safer playground, which is the launchpad, to basically dig out the hidden gems in our community to be able to transform them individually to become a more impactful individuals in the future. And then, as usual, our mission is always to make sure that we are able to redefine the creative ways of how we share the knowledge across the board. So some people may ask, what makes Synapse QA unique? So there are 3 parts to it, which is us is defined by the people that we learned from and also the community that we have towards the innovation, uniqueness, and also to be able to provide solutions to them as well. And then a recap on our journey, as I mentioned that we launched Synapse QA platform since 2020. So the first event that we have done back in December 2020 was the Super Reads. And then moving forward to March 2021, we launched another event called Rise. This is an anthology that celebrated women leaders. And then coming into 2021 also, we have 2 more events, which is API Parallel Learning and then Teller of Tales broadcast, and also another round of Super Reads plus Sparks. And then coming into 2022, we have a long run, I would say 6 months event called Super Voice. This helps people who are always inspired to take up public speaking to join us on board of Synapse QA platform and then be able to share their ideas through public speaking workshop that we have. And again, we are still improving and continuing our journey of knowledge sharing. So we are still here today. And then to recap what we have done in the past, we have Super Reads by Synapse QA, Sparks, Supernova, Galaxy Quest, Teller of Tales, Letter of Love, Super Voice, so on and so forth. Right. So just a recap of the team that we have so far. The team has honestly grown from just maybe 2% to 6% to 12%, and we are still growing. If you are interested to be part of Synapse QA in the future, stay tuned to the end of the session, and we will show you how you can join us free of charge, I would say. Yeah. So now, coming into the topic of the day, mastering productivity, covering mindset, mindfulness, and impact for beginners. So I'm going to introduce our speaker for today's, our lovely lady, Asyah Heidar. So she is basically a mindset and accountability coach. And for the next 45 minutes, plus minus, we will bring you to basically a strategy on how to transform your professional life, okay, that will cover around how to cultivate a growth mindset. Okay. And the next thing is that how do you apply mindfulness so that you can stay focused? Okay. And then how do you tackle anxiety so that you can still perform under pressure? And then finally, how to build an effective habit so that you can achieve a significant, basically deliverable and also productivity. Right. So I welcome on board Asia so that you can get to know each other. And then Asia, the stage is yours.
Hello and welcome everyone to today's webinar. So today we're going to be speaking about productivity for all you engineers. So we're going to be talking about mindset, efficiency, and habit mastery. So I'm really happy to have you here, and now I'm going to share my screen and we'll get started. Can everyone see this?
Okay, let's
Can you guys
give
see?
Asia some moment. We are still trying to get the screen live.
Oh, sorry about these technical issues. Can you all see?
Not yet.
Oh. It says I'm sharing, so I'm not too sure. Let's try again.
Sure.
Okay.
Perfect. I can see your screen now. Time to learn. Okay.
Perfect. Amazing. Yeah, so as I was saying, I'm really happy to have you here. And for the next hour, we're going to explore how the right mindset and effective time management and productive habits can really transform your personal and professional life. So, a bit about me, first of all. I'm a mindset and accountability coach accredited by the ICF, and I have a big passion for helping ambitious professionals like yourselves overcome personal barriers and achieve their full potential. And my journey into coaching started from my own struggles with a lot of indecision and finding my path. And since then, I've dedicated myself to helping others navigate through not only finding clarity in their careers, but also unlocking their own full potential. So today I'm excited to share some of these insights with you, and I hope you guys see how powerful it can all be. So this is what we're going to cover. So understanding the power of your mindset, shifting from a fixed to growth mindset, mindfulness for engineers, overcoming anxiety in high pressure environments like engineering, and building and sustaining all these productive habits. So firstly, what is mindset? Mindset is the lens in which we view the world. So I say your mindset is your biggest asset, and you should always use it to your advantage. So during my own career transitions, I realized how crucial it was to adopt a growth mindset. And this shift really allowed me to see challenges into opportunities and as opportunities and pathways to learn rather than viewing them as obstacles. And I often guide my clients through this using simple tools like cognitive reframing, which helps them see their potential instead of viewing the limitations that are stopping them from getting to where they want to be. So as you can see on the screen, there's a growth mindset and a fixed mindset. And imagine right now that you're facing a challenging project. A fixed mindset might say, I'm not good at this. But a growth mindset on the left would think, I can learn and I can improve. And the difference is huge, right? Because the things that you tell yourself is what you're going to start believing. And the more you believe in something, the more your actions are going to align with that. And so if you believe that you can't do something, you're not even going to try doing it. So this simple shift in thinking can really be a game changer in both how you think in your personal life and your professional life. And I'll talk more about this later. But in terms of engineering, where problem solving is key, a growth mindset can really help you embrace new technologies and tackle complex issues with confidence. And it's all about turning those obstacles into opportunities for growth. So now let's talk about cultivating a growth mindset. So here are some of the strategies that can make a real difference. So first of all, embracing challenges. When you see challenges as opportunities to grow rather than threats, for example, if you perceive failures as the end of your journey, it will be, because you're just going to give up. So it's all a matter of perspective and the action you take after you face these challenges. So if you fail so many times, that doesn't matter as long as you get back up again. But if you see something as a failure and then you stop there, then that will be a failure. So secondly, learn from your criticism. Use feedback as tools for improvement and not just as a personal attack. So next time, I don't know, your manager, your boss says something that they want you to improve on, don't take that to heart. See that as something you can grow from and elevate your career. And lastly, celebrate your effort, not just results. So you should focus more on the process and the effort that you put in, regardless of the outcome, because the journey is just as important as the destination. And in fact, during the journey, you learn so much more. And one technique I recommend is journaling. So by reflecting on challenges and how you've handled them, you can gradually rewire your brain to focus on growth. So I personally started journaling during a challenging phase in my career and also in my personal life a few years ago. And it's helped me grow so much, and that's why I encourage everyone to do it. And also, it's not something that has to take up much of your time, because you can reflect on your day, note challenges and how you address them. And I do this every night using my Reflect and Reset journal you can see below. And it only takes 5 minutes of my day. So if you all stay here by the end of this workshop, I'll share a discount code on this journal for £5. But it depends how nice I'm feeling. But yeah, anyways, now let's get on to some real life examples. So as you can see here, I'm sure all of you know this guy, and this is Elon Musk. So he's a great example of this and inspiration, because he constantly pushes boundaries and views failures as stepping stones to success. And it's this mindset that drives innovation and success in his ventures, like founding and leading groundbreaking companies, for example, Tesla, SpaceX, which has advanced space exploration. Tesla, I want a Tesla, to be honest. It's literally transformed the electrical vehicle market, whilst also co-founding OpenAI, which is the organization for ChatGPT, which I'm sure all of you guys use in your daily lives. And similarly, when I mentored startup founders, I saw firsthand how this mindset could really propel them through tough times and lead them to success. Because, as you know, startups are really challenging at first, and it's so easy to have loads of ideas, but you really need to ground yourself and push through even when you don't see success right at the start. And now, so daily practice that you can do. So incorporating daily practice like growth mindset affirmations to reinforce your belief in your ability to grow is really good idea. And it's something that I use often as well. And if you pair that with consistent learning, whether that's through reading, doing courses, or even working out to like work your body and therefore grow your mind, then this can really keep your mindset sharp and open to new possibilities. And as I can show you on the left, you should aim to get 1% better every day. And this is actually something that is a Japanese concept called the Kaizen. And Toyota used this for his whole team when starting to grow his car production company. And it shows that if you do something 1% better every single day, by the end, you're going to be so much better than everyone else and from yourself to how you were last year, because you're not focusing on reaching the top straight away. You're doing something consistently, and you're not burning yourself out in the process. So now I want to introduce you guys to a bit of mindfulness. And this is all about just being fully present and engaging in the moment, which is really crucial for reducing stress and increasing your focus. So in my one-to-one sessions, I always teach my clients how to use mindfulness techniques to stay grounded and clear-headed, especially under pressure. So I want us to try a mindfulness exercise altogether. And these practices are part of what we'll be diving deeper during my Mindset Mastery workshop, where we'll explore how to apply mindfulness to both your personal and your professional challenges. But now let's just start off with doing this short exercise now. So I want you guys to just sit up straight wherever you are and close your eyes. Now take a deep breath in through your nose and hold it up for a moment. And then slowly exhale through your mouth. Now let's do this a few times more. And now one last time. And as you continue to breathe deeply, I want you to focus on the sensation of your breath, noticing how the air feels as it enters and leaves your body. And I know you guys are on this webinar, so if your mind starts to wander, gently just bring it back and focus on your breath. And now let's bring your attention to your body, starting from the top, from your head, and then slowly scan downwards towards your neck, your shoulders, noticing any areas of tension. And in these areas, I want you to take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, imagine the tension melting away through your back, your legs, your hands, and your feet. We'll spend a few more moments here, just breathing and being present. And now slowly begin to bring your awareness back to the room, wiggling your fingers and toes. And when you're ready, I want you to gently open your eyes and take a moment to notice how you feel. This is something really simple that you can do every single day, whether you're in the office or working from home, just to bring you back to the present moment. And the more you do it, the more it'll become easier to just focus on the now. And then you'll come out with more sense of clarity and feeling refreshed for the rest of your work. Speaking of which, we're going to speak about understanding and managing your anxiety. So here are some strategies to manage and overcome your anxiety. Firstly, being cognitive behavioral techniques. So these challenge negative thoughts and replace them with more positive ones. So something that I usually like to do is, once I'm starting to work with someone, I really pay attention to how it is that they're feeling or the language they're using. And you can even do this for yourself. So next time you find yourself speaking negatively about yourself or telling yourself that you're lazy or you can't do this or that or the other, then try and challenge that and think, for example, if you're saying to yourself you're lazy, tell yourself, when was the last time that I actually did something that was productive? And the more you test these beliefs that you have about yourself, the more you'll realize that they're not actually true. And next, time management. So breaking tasks into manageable chunks and prioritizing them effectively is really useful for managing your anxiety, because you'll realize that all the things that you have to do isn't that overwhelming because you have it clearly listed in front of you. And something that I like to do is planning my day the day before. And I do this on one of my notepads as well. And then finally, physical activity. So regular exercise can really reduce your anxiety and improve your mood. And this is really common advice, I guess, but it is really beneficial. For example, the other day, I had such a busy day of working. I had just gotten back from holiday and I was just catching up with everything. And I just decided to give myself 20-minute break, and I just went on a walk and listened to a podcast. And even just to walk, you don't have to go to the gym or do something that is probably challenging for you or out of the way. So just going on a walk or doing a yoga routine you see on YouTube, that really will help manage your anxiety and get your body moving. And as a long-term approach, building resilience is key to overcoming your anxiety, because by developing coping mechanisms and maintaining a support network and maintaining a positive outlook, resilience isn't just about bouncing back, but also growing stronger. And this is something that really describes a visual representation. So resilience, you have to keep building that muscle, and you just have to make do of that whilst failing. So the failure will just bring you back up. So the more you fail, the more it should push you to try again until you grow stronger. And now the importance of keeping habits. So habits are the foundation of our daily routines. Setting and maintaining productive habits can really enhance consistency and efficiency, which are key components that I emphasize during my coaching practice. And during our Mindset Mastery workshop, we'll dive deeper into how to create habits that stick and break bad habits. But for now, I want to share one quick technique you can start from implementing now on. So instead of telling yourself you're going to perform a certain action, like, for example, going to the gym, you should ask yourself if you will do it instead. And this method is known as the question behavior effect. And this can drastically improve your likelihood of following through because it prompts a conscious decision rather than a passive intention. Because, for example, if you say, am I going to go to the gym today? And you reply no to yourself, you're more likely to feel lazy and bad about not going rather than telling yourself you're going to the gym today and then end up being carried away by loads of different tasks and not going for the 5th day in a row. So starting small and creating routines and tracking progress are essential steps in habit formation. And yeah, by setting and maintaining these productive habits, you can really streamline your workflow, reduce errors, and hit your project milestones with greater efficiency. And these habits are not only just to improve focus, but also to ensure that you're constantly moving towards your long-term goals in a systematic and effective way. And this all starts from showing up daily. And as you can see below, you don't have to give your 100% each day. It's just about doing something, even whether that's like, I don't know, say you want to start writing a book and you even just write one page of the book instead of your goal that you previously had of writing 5 pages. You still showed up, and that's all that matters. So you should think big and start small. And yeah, these are all the long-term benefits. So, and I'm sure there are many more. So improving focus, increasing efficiency, improving your productivity, having better time management, increasing self-discipline, and improving your mental and physical health will all lead to long-term goal achievement. So just to wrap up, these are some of the things that we spoke about. And yeah, so we discussed the importance of a growth mindset and practical steps to really cultivate it. And we participated in a mindfulness exercise and explored effective ways to reduce and manage anxiety and build productive habits. And these are just some of the few powerful strategies that I like to use during my coaching to help clients achieve their goals. And just before we wrap up, I want to share something very exciting. So throughout, I kind of talked about my Mindset Mastery workshop on the 24th of August. And just for you guys, I want to share that this half-day virtual workshop is really going to be designed just to shift your mindset, build that confidence, and help you overcome imposter syndrome with more personalized feedback and interactive sessions. So right now, I'm just expressing some of the things that we can do, but during this, it'll be more one-to-one, and we can share our ideas as well. And your mind is a muscle, and training it is just as important as you training your body at the gym. So typically this workshop is priced at £175, but just for you today, you're going to receive exclusively for £71. And the value that you're going to get in this session is way further than this investment. So if you're ready for even more personalized support, then we can explore working together one-to-one after this workshop as well. And I'll share my LinkedIn in the chat below so you can secure your spot just by messaging mindset to me. And finally, as promised, you can use the code engineer, so ENGNR, for 60% off my Reflect and Reset digital journal, which I use for just 5 minutes a day. And so you're going to get that for a lifetime price of £5. And I'll also link that below. So, yeah, thank you all for listening to me. And if you have any questions, I'll.
Right. Thank you so much, Asia. I was basically listening through all the slides that you have, and I'm interested in one of the basically one of the deck that you have a photo in where you show in the ladder, like you have to think big but you have to always start small. So I was interested to really understand, maybe you can share some real life example, like when we talk about starting small, when we look at the number of staircases that we need to climb up, right, to achieve the bigger dreams, how do we really begin to step into the very first step and starting small? Because some people can see it as a theory but they don't know how to really apply it in practical. So any real life example that you can share, like how do we really push ourselves forward to really take the first step?
I would simply just say it's you just have to get out of your own head, because all the reasons why you're not starting is because you technically don't believe that you can, or you believe that other people are already far enough. It's all these beliefs that are holding you back. So I would just say, like, really break down, start to understand why it is that you're not starting now, because everyone can. Like, everyone can do anything they want. For example, I was talking about this the other day, and I could be a doctor, okay? But I'm not, because I don't want to be a doctor. I could be an engineer, but I'm not, because I don't want to be an engineer. It's all about what it is you put your mind to. So if I studied to become an engineer or a doctor, I could become one, but I don't want to. So I'm holding myself back. So if you really want to go for something, you just have to really understand what it is that is stopping you from actually starting it, and just do it.
Right. I was thinking about that. I was thinking in my mind when you said just do it. I think it's right, because rather than thinking, you always have that idea in your head. But when you start really doing it, like if you think about doing something, I think the best, the something that is I find practical is that just grab a pencil or pen and paper, just list down the three things that you think you can achieve today, whether it is significant or not to other people, that doesn't matter, but as long it is significant to you, that you can really tick a checkbox to feel that the dopamine rush that you have. I think that's what matters, like just do it rather than just thinking about doing it, right? Okay, I saw one of the other photos that you have on your deck that is about resilient versus failure, like you have to build the muscle. So I was thinking about you have the photo that says that resilient is where you build up the muscle on your bicep, but there'll be times where the mass that you are holding, which is the dumbbell, can lead you into failure. So I think as you were building that muscle, right, you tend to feel tired. So some people decided to just forget about it, just stop and focus on doing something else. But some people will think that, yeah, maybe I should just take a pause and take a rest and then continue again. But I believe these two opinion, there's no right or wrong to it, because it really depends on how much your passion grows after you did it for the first time. So my question would be that how do we how do I say, manage the expectation where we feel that we may hit the failure sooner or later? So how do we manage that emotionally before we became how do I say, before our thought brought us through that failure journey, so that we can continue building that muscle? How do we put a stop to the bad thoughts that we have as we were building the muscle?
Well, first of all, I would say that the fear of failure is really common, and especially in fields where precision is crucial, like in engineering. So one way to really retrain that muscle and overcome this fear is to reframe failure as more of a learning experience. So every failed experiment or prototype really teaches us like something valuable. So instead of focusing on the fear, focus more on the process of problem solving and the lessons that you learn along the way.
Right,
And
right.
yeah, I would also say like shifting in perspective can really reduce the pressure of failure and encourage you more to get out of your comfort zone and take action.
Right. So basically focus more on the process. So I think that leads me to the third question. I was checking the chat and also the Q&A. We don't have question from the crowd. So this came to my mind. As you were talking about focusing on the process, I was trying to relate to the earlier exercise that we have on the mindfulness activity, where you say that as we breathe in and we breathe out, you take us through the journey of feeling the sensation of what is going through your body when the air flows goes through your neck and then go back to your and then go out through your mouth and everything. So how do we actually basically increase or heighten our awareness? Maybe this could be related to the emotional intelligence, for example, or maybe just the awareness of your surrounding. So how do we? What would be one tips if you could share, or one tips or trick that you can share to the audience? Like if they were to be able to apply this today or tonight, wherever they are in their time zone, what would be one thing that you could share so that they can also increase their awareness to their surrounding, apart from the exercise that we have just now, the breathing exercise? Is it more of like putting more effort to observe what is happening in your surrounding, or pay more attention to what people is talking about? So any tips on that or any example?
Um, I would say more observing themselves rather than the people around, like about what the people around them think of them. So I would say like too often we're like stuck in the mindset of like what do other people around me think, and that really influences like our behaviors and our thoughts and causes us to stress out, and which is why the mindfulness techniques really help during high pressure moments.
Hmm.
And yeah, so I would say just stay focused on like what it is that like the way you're currently feeling, and the best way to do that and like stay in the present is by breathing techniques. Because I don't know if you tried the exercise whilst I was doing it, but like in the moment, just like it's such a simple thing. Like, okay, we're breathing all the time, but to intentionally breathe and try to not think about anything else, it makes us think like, wow, like the things that we were worrying about were like, it just instantly calms our brain into the parasympathetic state. So yeah.
All right, understand. So basically, yeah, I think we have to be really in a deeper state of observing ourselves rather than observing what people are doing or behaving, right? Yeah, I think it's a good point. It's like it's a reverse way of looking at how we observe things and with purpose, so that we really know what is actually happening within us rather than what is happening around us, so that we can basically stay away and be present, one step at a time. All right. Yeah, I saw here Nitin has also shared the link to the link to connect to Asyah here on the LinkedIn. So the audience here and whoever listening to this recording after this webinar, feel free to connect to with Asyah. And then also Asyah has also shared the link to her workshop, and then you can click on the link here, and we will also be sharing this post the webinar as well. And yeah, don't forget to enter the code ENGNR. So don't spell it in full, otherwise you won't get the discount, right? So the code is ENGNR for you to be able to join the workshop with Asia on the 24th of August this year. All right. Thank you so much, Azia. We hope to connect with you again sometime in the future with maybe a slightly different topic. So, and audience, I will bring you back into the deck. I'm so sorry. I just got to know that my slide was not sharing properly. early on. So I will try my best to reshare the screen online now so that we can move on into the next sharing with senior QA partner. All right. Give me a moment. I'm sharing my screen now. All right. So after the session that we had with Asyah just now, so I would like to basically share with you that we have an event partners with SoftTech Asia 2024, whereby this year the topic is around the next generation, and the event will be held at KL Convention Center from 10th to 11th September. The registration is still available, and because this is a yearly event, and obviously whenever SOCTEC conduct a conference, this is a paid event, you still have time to register and with making the full payment. And then if you're interested to listen into few key people that we have here, and also beyond this brochure that we have, please join the conference. And I'm glad to see there are few familiar faces here. Some of them I've met on personally, and some of them I've met just online. So people like Jansi, Ladit Kumar, and also Saif Siddiq, I've met them before online and also offline. So I'm so happy to see them in this conference coming up in September. Okay, the next one would be a call for community champs. Okay, if you're interested to be part of Synapse QA, you can connect with us and let us know. And then we will basically brief you and bring you on board into the activity that we have as part of Synapse QA activity. Right. So this is our social media. If you have any inquiries that you would like to basically connect with us, we are ready to serve you. We are available on LinkedIn, on Twitter, now called X. We are also available on Facebook, on Instagram, and also on YouTube. Right. So looking forward to have you guys on board. Either be part of our core team or also be part of our upcoming webinar. So until then, continue learning and then stay safe. All right. Thank you so much.